Hello, and welcome to Conversations with Auntie, where we have real talk about real life situations. I am your host, Tanya Lynne. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the real, the raw, and the unapologetic with Auntie. Hey everybody, it's me, your favorite Auntie Tanya Lynne. Welcome to Conversations with Auntie today. Today I have a very special guest, but before I introduce you to her, I got to shout out my boy Honor. We got to take care of Honor. Honor needs a kidney. Honor was born with a congenital kidney disorder. There's no treatment or cure for this other than a kidney transplant. Unfortunately, I can't read that. He split the screen on me, people. He knows I'm almost 60. I can't. Unfortunately, Arnold has had multiple surgeries and his kidneys are not functioning how they used to. And so we need a kidney transplant. And if you would like to share his information, if you would like to get more information, if you would like to be tested to see if you can be a donor for Honor, I need you to call his mother, Angel. Her number is 216-502-6049. Again, it's Angel, Anjyl. Her number is 216-502-6049. Even if you would like to sow a seed, even if you would like to bless them in a different kind of way, please reach out to this family and continue to keep Honor in your prayers. Thank you and stay blessed. Now, baby, listen, it's on and popping today. Our conversation will be single again. And I have my good sister friend Danita Harris with me talking about this real raw, righteous, relevant Danita Harris. We're going to talk about being single again from a widow and from a divorcee's point of view. It's going to be open dialogue. If you would like to ask questions, as always, please put your questions in a comment section. And remember, somebody is going to win a Carbreeze $20 gift card so you can go and have some good food from some good people at Carbreeze. Smooches. Welcome, Danita.
Thank you, my sister.
You're looking fly and fabulous.
I got to keep up with you. I have to keep up with you.
Girl, I'm trying to keep up with you.
I love your shirt, by the way.
Yeah, because you know what? I went to this thing.
What thing?
It was the beginning of this month on the 3rd, and it was called Shine.
Wow.
And my girl, Danita Harris, she's the founder of this movement.
This movement. That's right. That's what it is.
It's not just a mission.
No.
It's a movement.
It is a movement.
With a mission.
Break it down.
And I got this wonderful shirt.
Very pretty.
Shine, sister.
Yes.
And so as you know, and a lot of people that follow me know, today is the 14th anniversary of my husband, Nathaniel, Apostle Nathaniel Williams. And so I needed something to pick me up. And God said, put your Shine Sister shirt on. I said, okay.
And because you shine.
I
do shine.
And you know what? Even in singleness, because so often we just as women, we lose our identity to husbands, to children, to church, to our job, to our nonprofits, to everything that God has called us to do. Sometimes we forget to just simply be what we need to be for ourselves.
Yes.
Sometimes we forget to shine our own light because we're helping everybody else to shine their light. We walk around turning on everybody else's light switch. And sometimes we forget to flick the switch for ourselves.
So true.
So today God was intentional and had me wear this so I could remember to flick the switch for myself and shine today. And I did.
Very nice.
And everybody loved my shirt. I'm going to share the podcast now on my page so that people can enjoy it. There we go. And so let's ask about Chase first. We have to ask, I just get that out the way. How is Mr. Man doing?
So Prince Akeem Chase is about to turn 14 years old. So I am in that mothering a teen mode. And it has been a transition for me, but he is doing well. He runs cross country. And he's keeping me very busy on my toes. You have a weekend schedule. You are the Uber mom, you are the chef mom, and you are the ATM mom.
yeah.
And teens, that's pretty much, once you do all the, you're not going to get much conversation. That's pretty much how it is, right now. So I'm adjusting to my son not being up under me all the time. And now he's with his friends a lot, but trying not to hover and give him space. But he's doing well. He's a teen. He's a teen boy.
Living his best life.
Yes, he is.
Living his best life.
Can I be like Chase when I grow up?
Thank you.
Can I?
Can I be like Chase when I grow up? I want to be a Chase, not Toys R Us. I want to be a Chase kid.
I want to be
when
a Chase
I grow
kid.
up.
Yes,
Can I be
yes,
you?
yes.
So, cross country.
Yeah.
Cross country.
He loves cross country. A girl got him interested in it.
Oh, okay.
So it's but then he loved it, and he does really well. He really enjoys running now. So I never would have thought.
Because it's like he's such a natural actor, though. He's like that public person. Like he's so natural in his speech, in his performances and presentations, like just natural as a baby.
Yeah.
That ham.
He used to sing all the time, and model, dance, and running. Yeah, he likes to run, and so we encourage that. But he enjoys it. The main thing is that he enjoys it, so we support him.
So thank you, God, for the scholarships that are coming his way now.
I receive it
now.
Bring it on.
Now,
bring it on.
So single again.
Yeah.
I'm a widow and you're a divorcee.
Yep.
Thank you for sitting here to share your story. With me. A lot of people did not know.
Nope.
I knew, but a lot of people did not know. Let me say, you handled, for you to be a public figure, you handled that with such class, with such dignity. Matter of fact, I was talking to my sister Melanie today, and she would, and they do KAZ too. They have a show called He Say, She Say.
Okay.
Yes, I believe it's the first Tuesday of the month. But she was saying today how, with you being a public figure, how you were just so classy and so dignified. Like, people didn't know all your business, even though you shared a lot of your business with us, from Love and Spam. I love Spam too.
Love Spam.
I love Spam too. But you did that, and you showed women how to handle women, and even men, how to handle your business and keep your business your business.
It's very important, but Tanya, I'm going to be honest with you, it was also very difficult.
Okay.
So being that my profession, I am in front of a camera 5 days a week, I will be honest with you and say there were many, many, many days when it's difficult that it was hard for me to continue to smile.
Wow.
It's hard for me to continue to keep up the face that everyone expects.
Wow.
Because there's an expectation of you. People, when that red light goes on that camera, people don't care if you had an argument, you're cramping, you got a headache. They just want the Danita that they are always used to seeing.
That's
and
right.
I want to tell you, it was with God's help that I was able to do it, because on my own, I could not do it. Divorce is hell. I don't care, no matter how you slice it, who initiates it. It is really hell. It is something, to be honest with you, that I underestimated what I would go through, because what I came to realize is that it's not just paperwork. It is, you are mourning the death of your marriage.
Because who gets married
Right.
to get a divorce?
No one does.
When on your wedding day, who said, "Oh, I'm gonna get married and I'm gonna be married today, but then tomorrow, if it doesn't work out, I'll just get a divorce." Nobody says that.
Nobody says that. Nobody, nor was I thinking that. You think it's forever and ever. Amen.
Because that's what you're saying, until death.
Until death. And so you don't think of it, but then what you have to realize is that you are mourning the death of something. So you will go through that ball of grief. Okay.
Yes.
So you're going to have a plethora of emotions. You're going to someday be resentful, angry, sad. You're going to have anger. You're going to have all of the different emotions. And what I want to encourage and really share and be honest, allow yourself to feel it all. Don't try to skip anything. Don't try to numb it. Go through it. Okay. And feel it, because it is necessary for your healing process.
Ooh, it is.
It's necessary. So that's what I went through. And Shine, believe it or not, was birthed in this season of difficulty and darkness.
I remember you saying, I was in the hotel 7 years ago saying, you're going to get a divorce.
Yep.
But I have to get up here and put a smile on my face because that's what these women expect me to do.
Exactly.
And you did it masterfully.
I
was
did
there.
it.
You did it masterfully.
I did it. And I'm going to tell you, when I was in that hotel room, August 12th, 2016, knowing I was about to go through this, that was the day that God gave me shine. And I thought God didn't answer me because I'm seeking him and to get light, because I'm getting ready to go through something I've never been through before, and I had so many questions. Why are you putting something else on my plate? Why are you giving me an assignment when I am seeking you for healing and guidance? It was 1.5 years into Shine, Tanya, and I was at a meeting and it hit me. The year that I was about to go through, because that's how long it took, if I didn't have Shine to focus on, to keep my heart right, to keep me right with God, then the result would have been a different heart and a hardened heart and a bitter woman. And that was not my plan.
So
that's
check
not in the
this
plan.
out.
So I had
it's
to.
something how you said 1 year you had to go. So on February 21st, 2009, someone sent me a text. They were going through something. And as I was trying to text the response, God said, no, all of that has to be an email. So I go to my email to respond, and then it ended up being a little devotional. And then after I sent it to them, he said, now revamp it and begin to send one out every Sunday. It's every Sunday. February 21st, 2010. My husband died, 2009. My husband died February 21st, 2010.
See.
So that year, he gave us both what we needed to do. So when we got to that place of destination, that arrival place.
There you go.
So he gave us a departure.
Yeah.
So that we could arrive better.
Better. I am so much better. And I know I would have been bitter. Had it not been for Shine, had it not been, and here's the other thing, I was looking at it, you want me to pour into women and to help women shine. No, God did answer me that day. No, Danita, you need those women to help you. So it was a mutually beneficial thing. So as I am focusing every month on who we're going to give back to, what charities, we're giving back to charities, we're coming together as so many women. But really, I was getting as much from the women as I'm pouring out, but they're giving me your hugs, your loves. When you came to the meeting, somebody call 911, she fired today, all the things, you come in and those words of encouragement, because what you guys were doing was you were affirming my calling. See, yes, you're going through a dark period, but you don't forget who you are. And so he did answer my prayer that day, but it wasn't in the way that I thought. But man, here we are 8 years later. Look at all what it has become. But the divorce was a way of, Danita, and you got to come up out of this. It's not going to be easy, but I got you. I got you. It is very challenging. There were many days, as I tell people, while I'm reporting breaking news while I'm broken. It's been days on the news that I didn't know if I was going to make it to the commercial without crying, where I am under the anchor desk and I'm sticking my nails in my fingers for giving me some type of pain. Like, don't do it. Focus on this kind of pain, but don't focus on this kind of pain, because I was going to break down and cry. They're crying, going to work, leaving work, having anger. I remember,
having to deal with a child
and raising a child
and his emotions,
and all at the same time. So that's why I say, feel it all, go through it all, pray through it all. Be honest about your feelings with it all. No matter how you feel, anger, resentful, whatever. Sometimes even if and I'm going to be honest, because if you've gone through a divorce, no matter what, you had times where you were just angry, and probably angry to a level you didn't think you could be. You probably thought things that you never thought you could think. But the grace of God and prayer and friends who prayed for me, who some people knew, some people did not know, but God kept me as an example of how to carry it, and it's all in how you carry things. And so it wasn't that I wasn't feeling things behind the scenes, and he had me silent about it don't speak it yet, don't speak it yet.
Yeah.
If you came up to me and asked me, was I divorced? I would say yes, but he didn't free me until a few years ago to say it publicly. And I find that now that I've said it publicly, I've been able to help other women go through that, heal through that. Some people who are trying to decide what to do. But let me share this about how I view wedding vows. And I'm not saying everyone has to agree with this. The death do us part. What happened with me is I believe that doesn't always mean
Physical death.
Physical death.
It doesn't.
I think that until death do us part, when there's the death of my purpose, the death of my joy, the death of my peace, the death of me knowing who I am, the death of my happiness, the death of my identity, then we must part. And it's not about me bad mouth. It's just when death has occurred, now we must part. And I know that God spoke to me, it is done. And so I've been able to walk away with peace.
You said it is done.
It is done.
So 14 years ago, on February 19th, I sent out an email to my team, and I said, when you see me again, I'll be a widow. Because while I sat at the desk, God said, it is finished. And I know exactly what he meant.
Yeah.
Never did those words come to my spirit while my husband was fighting cancer. Never did I think that he wasn't going to pull through. Never. And then my husband had AIDS. It wasn't undetected. I'm AIDS free. I knew that before I married him. And see, sidebar, people think God's assignments are always pretty and easy. I reverence God so much that I married who God told me to marry. And as a result, so many people in the African-American community that got diagnosed with AIDS, especially Black men, after my husband shared his testimony, we were able to help them. After he died, I gave the testimony, and I spoke in third person, and I said, my friend is this, and my friend is that, and this is what God told her to do. And I said, and she doesn't look like she's been through any of that. I said, do I? And afterwards, the lady came to me and said, I need to talk to you. My 18-year-old son was just diagnosed with AIDS yesterday. That child is still living today, living a good life, went to college, living a good life. So let's get back. And so I did what he had me to do, even though I didn't understand it myself.
Right. Yeah.
But he said, it is finished. And so I let the family know and everybody know. And I said, I now leave it all to God. The plug gets pulled on the 21st. And God will decide if and when my husband dies. You have AIDS, you have stage 4 cancer, you have pulmonary embolisms, you're getting infections, you can't breathe on your own. I surrendered it to God.
Yeah.
And so in surrendering it to God, I had to come to the realization the title of wife will become widow without my permission and without my approval.
But you had to accept it.
But I had to accept it. And so whether it's divorce or whether it's widowhood, sometimes things happen that we did not have a choice. But we have to accept, we have to adjust, and we have to adapt.
Yes.
But we don't have to like it.
Nope. And be honest about that, please.
Yes.
You don't like it. It does not feel good, and you wish it would pass.
Period.
Somebody
said to me today, I told Mel today, come home, I said, God just be playing in my face. You gonna keep your mouth and tongue real good and safe today, T? What you gonna do? I said, he keep playing in my face, and I just keep laughing, because I catch it. And he said, well, it's been 14 years. Have you ever been married? No, shut up then. And hung up. Because sometimes a benediction is your best blessing.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we live our life trying to convince people that the choices we make for our life is right, or that how we feel is valid, or how we don't feel is valid. Because some years, February 21st comes and I get to 23rd, be like, oh, girl, you did that.
Right.
Sometimes February 21st comes and I think I'm good, but then 10 o'clock at night, bam.
It hits you. Yeah.
It hits you.
Yeah.
You know, and so I give myself the grace to do whatever I feel like doing. If I want to scream and cry and say, God, I'm angry right now, because my Bible says be angry, but sin not.
Right.
He gives me permission to be angry. You know, I give myself permission to speak to people, to not speak to people.
Yeah.
I give myself permission to laugh, to cry, and to dance. Sometimes all at the same time.
In time.
You know, sometimes all at the same time. You know,
I've done that.
Thank
I've
you.
done that.
Because it's a new normal now.
It is. It is a whole
And
new
we've
normal.
never been here before. You weren't divorced until you get divorced. I wasn't a
Right.
widow till my husband died. So this is a whole area that we've never explored
Yeah.
before. And so, like you said, it's important to allow yourself
Yes.
to feel all that you have to feel.
Feel it. Feel and be okay. And know that it's not going to last forever. This bad feeling, it doesn't last forever. Peace will come, healing will come, but just give yourself grace through it. And then you will get to the other side. And so on the other side, I mean, is what we're talking about. Then you find yourself, okay, I'm single again. And I think this is the other part, which is when do you start dating?
Girl, I was going to say that. Because I had to leave Shine just a little early on the 3rd. But when I was in the office talking to Bernadette, the owner of the place, I heard somebody said, well, when your spouse dies, when is it too soon? First of all, that's your business, not your children's, not your friends, not your parents. Whenever you feel that you have the capacity to allow yourself to have compassion towards somebody else.
Yes.
That's when it's time.
Everyone's different.
Everyone is different.
Everyone is different. And I'm going to say, give yourself that time to really be ready. And it's okay to go out, have fun with your girlfriends, you know, have some girl nights out or whatever, go out on a date, but don't rush it. Don't try to hurry up and fill that with someone else until you are finished, because then you're going to put something on that person that they don't deserve.
That's right.
Nor something that they can even fulfill or heal within you. That's the work you're supposed to do. And it takes a while. I think for me, I mean, it's been years, over 5 years now. But until I could even say I'm ready for a relationship. You may go out, but it takes a while. Now, where am I today? God, hi, I'm Danita. I am ready.
That girl, listen.
Okay?
Listen.
I am ready for the relationship. I don't want a situationship. I want
on.
a relationship. Now, you've got to be honest. And that's how you have to talk to God. God, I'm ready
That's what I said
for
last year.
the relationship
That's
that
right.
you have for me.
That's right.
I'm not out here trying to date 50 million people. There's nothing wrong with that.
But that's not us.
That's not us.
That's not
and then
us.
don't compare yourself to other people.
Come on.
Because some women, I have one girlfriend, she can catch a date. She gets a date. I mean, she could date. I mean, she
Yeah.
gets a date. She find these guys. Or they
That's
find her.
That's her thing.
She gets the dates.
Right.
I don't get dates.
I don't either.
I don't get dates.
And we cute as heck.
I know we cute.
And smart.
I don't get dates.
I don't either.
I don't get any dates.
So you know what I do? Do you date yourself?
Oh, don't I? Just hit that. I date myself.
Yes.
So I do movies.
Yes.
I do dinner. I do shopping.
Yes. Trips.
I look. I will go to Amish country in a heartbeat and
Yes.
be in
Oh,
a
we
bed
gotta
and
do Amish
breakfast.
country
And
trip.
I love Amish.
Yes.
Love to go there. Love the food.
Yes.
Love the shopping. But I think that's something too that learn how to enjoy yourself and your time, because let's say if it is meant for you to be joined again.
Yes.
You know, you want to be able to have that quality time with you, know how to have quality time with you. You really need to like being with you before you with somebody else anyway. But now I am at the point where I do want a partner. You know, I would like to have a relationship. I am open to being married again. I don't hate marriage.
Right.
You know,
Come
I am
on.
open to
Thank
that.
you.
I am not closed down to that. I am grateful to say, and I will say that me and my ex-husband, we co-parent very well. We have a good relationship. So, you know, everything's healthy and good. So I am ready.
And you could be good people, but just not good for each other
right.
anymore.
And that's what
Period.
I just, you know, it's one of those things. So, but now I'm at the point like, you know, I try to go out more. So I have to be more intentional
I try
about
to be
being
seen.
out.
Like for
There you go.
Because
You gotta be seen.
I gotta be on this side of the door and not on this side of the door.
Okay, so tell me, like, did you like staying in the house a lot? Because I like staying in the house a lot.
Listen, first of all, I had peace. Because some people can be, as I'm trying to heal from my husband passing,
Yeah.
some people say some really simple things.
Yeah.
I had a lady tell me, well, I understand how you feel. Your husband didn't die.
Yeah. So
You know? So,
right,
I mean,
right.
how you going to understand? Y'all just separated legally. You can't understand how I feel, because even if you're separated, he's still there to help you raise your child. I had to check this out. My husband's memorial was February 26, 2009.
Yeah.
My daughter's biological father died February 26, 2010. So when it comes to college, I ain't have nobody with me.
Right.
I didn't have the stepdad or the bio dad. It was just me, myself, and I.
Right.
So it's like prom. It was just me, myself, and I. So sometimes people were just kind of reckless with their mouth. And so instead of me just going off, I protected me and I stayed home.
See?
You know, because I had peace in my, if I don't have peace nowhere else, I'm having it in my home.
Amen.
So I had peace there.
Yeah.
And then to the point where I got so comfortable being at home, it was almost uncomfortable being outside my home. And then when I started getting legs to go outside the home, then COVID said, no, you got to go back home.
Get back in the house. Get back in the house. I know it is, you know, I went through a period of time where I stayed in the house too much, and I knew I was staying in the house too much, and I knew I was not socializing.
And but
like
were you protecting yourself as well during that time, or just trying to not have those certain conversations come
certain
yet?
Conversations, you know, I didn't want to hear it,
Yeah.
you know, not ready to answer the questions. Just didn't want to hear it. And then I really, you know, I do enjoy my own company. I think I have mastered solitude, where I say I'm sufficient company for myself. I love solitude. I love my quiet time, but then I am an extrovert. So I do love people, and I knew, okay, you're in the house too much. So then I had to become intentional about going out to brunch or going out to dinner or movies with people or going out to dance, you know, because I love to dance. You know, that's why every Shy meeting we're going to dance.
Honey, oh yeah, we dance.
And Tanya really danced at the last one. You got to check out our video. She did that thing. And I love to dance. There are things I like to do. So it's like, Danita, you have to get out and you need to do it. And I find that that has helped me find more harmony, you know, with what I want to do. So if you want to be out, you want to meet somebody, you never know, then you got to get out a little more, you know.
So they can see you.
So they can see you. And so sometimes you think, here's the other thing, you're Danita Harris. Okay, so I live with Danita Harris. To me, I'm raggedy Danita.
Right.
But so then I think some people think, oh, she's not going to want to talk to me. You know, oh no, or I don't have what it means, and so I know because
you're local. I mean, for real, you're
because
local
of my
celebrity.
profession,
You're a local celebrity,
and some people don't approach me,
not knowing that you're just real, raw, righteous, and relevant,
and raggedy sometimes, and
I
just
mean,
wear mixed match socks.
Baby, listen,
and honey, welcome my house. I look like Punky Brewster in my home. I don't dress, ain't nothing matching.
Goofy, we silly, we fun, and just all of that.
Yes, and that's what I want people to know. So you know,
you're a real woman.
Come and say hi to me,
please. But let me tell you now, you better come
but
right.
You better come right, because
baby,
we got people that
I got you.
They all vetting.
You want to see Jesus?
I already have a committee that said we're going to be checking everyone.
Period. The sister circle. No, the for real sister circle. You got a circle, then you got a sister circle.
Yeah, you're right.
Play with me if you want to. And so I find with me, what I started doing, Single Again is actually a ministry, and God just told me it's a book.
All right.
Single Again is for those that, it was going to just be for widow, but I'm like, I can't just keep it to widows and widowers. That's not fair.
Right.
Because you have divorcees that gave their best and got the worst. Or you just gave your best and then death was, as you said, the death of me. My joy is gone. My laughter is gone. I'm crying more than I'm smiling. I feel like I have a nose. I feel like I'm being stifled. I feel like I'm not growing. And so whatever that death looks like. And so every Monday I go to a movie. Every Monday. And I tell them, if you want to kick it with me, let me know Saturday and Sunday. I'll let you know the movie.
Right.
And then I'll tell you where we're going, the theater, and we just pop up and show up. And so when sometimes the conversation says, hey, how you doing? Hey, Tanya Lynne, yeah. Well, hey, I'm Mark. I'm Tom. I'm Reggie. I'm Susan. I'm Cynthia. I'm Lisa,
Right.
And we just meet and we do our movie. We get and then when it's over, okay, I'll let you know when the next one is, where we're going to go next week,
Right.
And if they come, they can. If they don't, they don't. But it gives somebody that is not comfortable stepping out on their own just yet. It helps you get those legs strong so you can start branching out, doing some things with some other people that kind of understand.
That's the key. Yeah.
Kind of
key.
for real,
Yeah.
like understand.
They get it.
They get it.
They get it. Yeah.
Because there are more and more single widows out here. And there are more and more older people getting divorced. Isn't that something?
It is happening like that. Yeah.
So they're over 40 getting divorced, but they're also under 60 becoming widows. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so where do we fit? Because we still like to laugh. We still like to play spades. We still like to dance. We still like to travel. And so one of the things, May Cawley is the first one that reached out to me when I posted, he has crossed over. He died at 2203. 1003. That's 7. 4, 3 is 7.
Yeah.
I was married 7 years, 7 months. 21 derivative of 7. So God couldn't show me that my assignment wasn't completed any better.
Yeah. You're right.
She said, I'm coming to the house first thing tomorrow morning. I have something for you. She gave me a book, Widows Wear Stilettos, because her husband died suddenly. And so it was a book to read so that I could get the strength as a young widow. Yeah. Because people think, oh, you're a widow, you got money, you got pension. I was young. Yeah. And I'm still young. And so they compared the young widow to the older widow. And our stories are different. Yeah. Whereas the older widow, oh, I don't ever want a husband again. The younger widow saying, oh, I'm sure I'm going to want one down the road at some point. Not right now today. Right. But at some point, I'm going to want one. And it's the point now. Yeah. It's the point. Hey.
Hello.
I'll be 60 this year, but I don't look it. I'm fabulous. My husband was a younger man, too. Hey. But anyway.
Yep, she said it. She said it.
I'm a whole mouth.
She said it. She said it.
But the dance in singleness, it's fun, but it's so freaking frustrating sometimes.
Yes. It is frustrating, and it gets frustrating to me many times. But one thing I'm grateful, and I try to encourage singles to do your best not to fall into loneliness, because loneliness can make you make some bad decisions.
Rabbit hole.
And you make bad decisions. And just, first of all, value yourself enough. You want companionship, not just company. Mm-hmm. You're not just trying to get somebody to keep you company.
And you want relationship, not sexorship.
Well, say it again.
You want relationship, not sexorship. All right. She said, say it again. I did.
So, you want to try to fight that loneliness. I don't battle loneliness. I don't. I'm an only child. I know how to entertain myself. But in my singleness, even now, I do not battle loneliness.
Yeah, I don't either. Thank God I don't.
I'm thankful to God that I don't go through the lonely. I'm alone. Mm-hmm. And there are times, I wish I wasn't alone, but I'm not like, oh, I'm so lonely. Right. I don't do that. And I'm grateful. But I know for those who do, I really encourage you to try to learn yourself more and love yourself more and start enjoying you. And I think the more you do that, you get into your solitude, it'll get better. You'll attract better too. Yes, I think.
So Tracy Harris Mullen is on. She said,
"Hi,
love
Tracy.
it, really, love y'all. We love you too, girl. Smooches.
Love you, Tracy.
That red lipstick she had on at Sean was bumping with the glitter.
Tracy is always always fly,
flying fabulous.
Yes.
So let me ask you this. Somebody, I don't know. Somebody gave me something crazy. They called me and it was crazy.
Okay.
She said, I want you to hang up the phone and I want you to go sit on your toilet backwards and use the bathroom.
What?
And I said, what? She said, just do it now. And I said, well, I really do have to go. How did she know? Melissa told me, Melissa. And so I go upstairs and I go backwards. She didn't even know I was crying at the time. trying to get up from doing what she told me to do.
Yeah,
I laughed.
I was
so
gonna say that.
hard.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like the Holy Spirit let her know she needs to do something crazy right now.
Yep.
Because she's about to go into the rabbit hole.
Yep.
You know, because grief can take you to a rabbit hole.
Yes, it can.
And then next thing you know, you're stuck there in this rabbit hole,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't even know how you got there or how to get
Or
out
how to
from
get
there.
out of it.
And so that was the craziest thing that somebody told me to do while I was grieving my husband. So has anybody told you to do anything crazy since your divorce?
No, I haven't had any friends call me and tell me to do
But
anything.
listen, boy, yes.
But I have had friends say you need to get out of the house. You need to do
Yeah.
something. You need to take a trip. You need to go somewhere. And I know I took my first girls trip. My first girls trip, and I don't know how long, went to Myrtle Beach with two of my college best friends, and hadn't done that, and I don't know how long. And you know when you do something, and you're like, wow,
Yes.
I've really been missing it, you know? And so now now I don't have a problem getting out. Because now I'm going to be intentional. I am intentional about it. And I carved time out for me. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Well, 6 months after Nate passed, a friend of mine, Nicole, she was going on a cruise. She had planned a cruise for everybody. And so I was getting my hair twisted. And she said, that's when I was wearing faux locks, and I got real locks. She said, Miss Tanya, you ever been on a cruise? I said, no, you and Janae did come. And so I took Janae. It was the week cruise. And the school was like, no, she needs to go. She's been watching her dad over a year ago. No, she needs to go. And they were taking the OGT test. And it was like, oh, no, she'll be fine. The dean was like, no, she needs this. And that was the best thing I did. So I tell widows now, widowers, I tell them, divorcees, 6 months from it all, plan a trip now for 6 months after it.
Right.
Because that's when you're going to be able to exhale.
Gotta exhale.
It
Yes.
sets in about 6 months, and then you exhale, and you'll be somewhere other than here. And then when you come back, perspective, everything is different.
Yeah.
It's like you gain strength or something. You know, you just come back a little different. A shift happens.
Yeah.
Melanie says, Tanya Lynne is definitely not lonely, LOL. She stays around. I do.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Melanie. See, Melanie's spilling the tea. Spilling the tea.
Stay surrounded. You know why? Because God makes it that way.
Yeah.
Like I was getting ready to go into, I was trying to fight grief. And I was doing so good until February 13th. One of the students in my clinic, I'm a school nurse, one of the children said, Nurse T, what are you and your husband doing for Valentine's Day? And I was like, and the tear came. I said, my husband's an angel. And she said, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll be praying for you.
Yeah.
Little third grade stuff praying for me. And then the next day I was good. So I get to school and getting ready to get through the end of the day. And I'm walking to the clinic, and a young lady says, Nurse T, who's your Valentine?
Yeah.
Really? I said, I don't have one. My husband passed. Well, we're your Valentine. You take such good care of us.
That's
I'm like, oh,
right.
that's so sweet, you
That's
know.
right.
But then what happens? My friend's husband passes. And so now he gives ministry to me so that I am doing what he's called me to do, and I don't have to focus on what I'm going through.
Right. Yeah.
And he helps ease the blow. And I've noticed that's what he does in my life. He'll give me a different assignment, you know, whether it's to minister, whether it's to travel, whether it's just to be of service to somebody. He shifts the assignment.
Yeah.
To occupy that space so I don't feel lonely.
Right.
You know, I don't get consumed and overwhelmed with grief. I don't have bitterness. I don't have resentment or regret.
Right.
You know, so that it can be like today. It was a little rough.
Right.
But I didn't
But
shed
you
a
didn't.
tear today.
Yeah.
You know, I danced today. Me and my students danced to Mary J. So Fine in the clinic today.
Oh,
you
my
know,
goodness.
and it's
One
I'm
of
the
my
only black
favorites.
staff there.
Yep.
So they love me.
Right,
You know,
right.
and they were dancing too.
Yeah.
And so he gives you beauty for your ashes.
Yes, he does.
He really does.
He does. And I want people to remember that he will do that. And those of you who are divorced, women divorced, man listening to divorce, don't let people put a negative label on you.
That's right.
And don't get caught up in what people are going to think or say, because this is your life.
Say that again. Don't get caught up.
Don't get caught up in what people are going to think or say about you, because this is your life. No one's waking up in your body but you. Nobody's walking in your shoes but you. You have to make the best decision that is for your life, your reasons. Only you and God know what you're going through. So you have to be really careful of what you let in your ear gates while you're going through this process of either making this decision to divorce or whatever. But don't get caught up on labels and what people try to put this negative thing, or that you weren't strong enough to stay in it, or, you know, you didn't pray hard enough to stay in it. Or, I mean, there's so many things out here that people will put on you, and it will make you second guess. And then what a lot of people do is, then because they can't handle public opinion, then they stay in these marriages that are killing them. And I am not, and nor should anyone, you should never die trying to keep something alive that God has said is dead.
You keep touching me. Listen.
If God says it's dead and it's over, it's dead.
And he said, let the dead bury the dead.
You're done. When he says you're done, you're done. It's done. He said it is done. So I'm not going to kill myself, nor would I want him to kill himself, vice versa. So, you know, we've got to let that go and be okay with what God is saying, and be okay with the word that God is giving you. I want God's approval, not man's applause. So
come on,
you may not be cheering and everybody, but I got to do what's best for me.
Yes,
you know. And
somebody type that. I want God's approval, not man's applause.
Yeah, I want to do what's best for me and what I think. And it has been, and I'm not encouraging it, but I came out a better person.
What you're telling people is you're not encouraging it. What you're saying is everybody deserves a quality of life.
Yes.
And if your life begins to not have the quality that you deserve for yourself,
right,
then you need to explore some options, and you need to say, okay,
that's what I'm saying.
I need to maybe go.
Yeah. Time for me to go. I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
My mama used to say, I can do bad by myself. Mm-hmm. And so why am I going to be married, living single?
Yeah. Oh, well.
Why am I going to be married, living single?
Well,
because if I can't tap into you and you can't tap into me, we ain't tapping. Why am I going to be married single? I'm just rapper, dapper, snapper. Because I'm talking to somebody right now, because God had me say it for a reason. You and your marriage talking about, because you here for the kids, you teaching children how to have a dysfunctional relationship. Y'all better stop listening to church folks and start taking it to God, because the people that you think are happy in church, he deacon sneaking and she sister pimping. I said what I said because it's my show. I can say what I want to say on
Auntie has spoken.
Conversations with Auntie. And I think a lot of people are in bondage because they're worried about approval from everybody in the church. They are worried about what people say.
I hear it all the time. They're worried about what people are going to say. Mm-hmm. I can't do that. I can't do it. Or here we go. Overachievers. I can't have a failed marriage. I'm an overachiever. Yes. I achieve everything. I'm successful in everything. Yeah, I can't.
And who's to say because you get a divorce you're not successful? You were successful to successfully navigate the marriage for so long when y'all both probably knew you should have been gone 10 years ago. Yeah. And so that was successful. And now you successfully navigated throughout that, whether you have children or not children.
Correct.
But if you have children and you can co-parent together, you're successfully co-parenting your child together. Amen. So you're still, by whose standard are you measuring success? By the one lying to you, telling you they're happy at home and they got hell on wheels at home?
Because it's a
now
lot
they
of
call
that.
say, I'm catching hell. And what?
Yep. And it's a lot of that.
Yes.
It's a lot of that. It's a lot. And you're comparing yourself to these people, and they're really not who they say they are. And they're making you feel like, why can't you be like us? Because our marriage is great, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, so it's interesting.
And your standard of great might not be my standard of great.
Correct. Correct. You know?
Somebody asked me last month, they said, don't you ever want to be married again? I said, I get married today. If God said that's your husband and that man came and said you my wife, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
And he said, well, why aren't you married again? I said, because that man ain't came and said I'm your husband, you my wife. Duh. And I said, and check this. You don't think he's good enough? I said, no. I need a man that can handle the capacity of my love. And not my love I need to receive, but my love I got to give to him. I need a man that can handle the capacity of Tanya Lynne running his bath, bathing him, giving him a manicure and pedicure, because these are things I did for my other husband. These are things I enjoy doing. Now, he might not like that, and that's fine.
Right.
But I need you to be able to handle the capacity of love that I have to give.
Yeah.
Because I'm giving you the best that I got, as Anita Baker said.
Okay, Anita Baker.
Come on. So I know what I have to offer. And so if he can't receive that, then that's not who I need to be married to, because that brings me joy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That brings me joy.
And so we're willing to wait.
We're willing to wait. And we're
willing to
cute
wait.
in the
And
wait.
we'll just be cute in the waiting.
We're going to
'Cause
shine.
we're willing to wait. We're going to shine while we wait, for the
Period.
right one,
right
at the
one.
right time.
At the right time.
Because I'm all about timing too.
And then you know
Yeah.
what? I need a man because I just lost 80 pounds. So I don't need
And you look great.
Thank you.
You look
sis.
great.
And I feel so much better.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
look
so
great.
much better. But I don't need a man telling me, but I like my women fat. Then you go marry a fat woman.
Yeah.
And nothing against you big, thick ladies. You better be fluffalicious, baby. You better be, because, honey, I'm slim juicy. Yes, I am. There's nothing wrong with it. But I don't need, don't choke on the tea, Danita. Don't choke. We just tickled ourselves. I can't. But I don't need anybody's. I'll be 60. I'm 60, baby. I'll be 60 on November 18th.
See?
And I'm too old to have somebody come and sabotage my life.
That's right. We're not having that. We're
No.
not having that.
And
no.
I think, unfortunately, like you say, don't settle, because
Don't settle.
Well, I'm older now. Yes, I desire to be married again, but it's okay right now.
It's
I'm
okay.
good, and it's gonna be okay tomorrow too. I'm
It's gonna
good.
be okay tomorrow till he come.
Yes,
But he's coming.
He's coming.
But he is coming. Can we just declare? Okay, he is coming.
He's coming. Hers is coming. Mine's coming. Mine's coming. And hers is coming. They coming. And
okay.
they're gonna be fine too.
They're gonna be fine. Okay.
Yes,
they're gonna be all the things that me and God done talked about. I
Yes.
done told them. I done
Were
told
you
them.
specific?
I was Pacific.
I was Pacific
I
and
was
Atlantic.
Pacific
and Atlantic.
And Atlantic.
Pacific and
I was Pacific. I said it so many times. I stopped. I said, God said, I heard you, Danita. I got you. I got you. I know what
God
you
told
want.
me, girl, I ain't deaf, and I don't need no hearing. I said, okay, boo.
I didn't tell him that. I was Pacific, because I know he wants us to be, and it's okay to let him know everything you want. You can tell him.
Angela Trippett, teach Alone Not Lonely. My girl Shalonda Mason. Y'all just Google her name on Amazon. She has a wonderful children's coloring book and some other stuff that she just dropped on Amazon.
Wonderful.
Shalonda's SHERLONDA Mason. I'm going to have her and her daughter in May on the show. Her and Jada
Great.
Johnson,
Okay.
mother and daughter. How when the daughter stepped out, it released Shalonda. When her daughter, it released something
For
in
her to do what she's supposed to do.
And I observed that thing.
Yeah, see?
I observed that thing. I'm so
See?
proud of it. My husband was crazy about that family too. I got my godbaby, Ramonte McClain, my son. Oh, wow. Take your time. I'm so proud of you, my baby. I'm proud of you too, honey. Yvette Attaway. Yes, yes, yes. That's what she's, her comments are like, yes. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. My nephew, Richard Sherman. Okay. He got a love heart, DKD, and then KKAYE. Amen. Speak that. It's so real. I don't get dates. Angela Triplets. I don't get, you don't get dates either.
Okay.
But we date ourselves. And
Yeah.
I love this type of woman,
Yeah.
where we know that we are more than barefoot and pregnant,
Right.
that our identity is not connected to whose arm we're on,
Yep.
and that we can go out there and have a good time. But I have a good time.
I enjoy
I don't
it.
put you can bring a plus one. Oh no, it's plus me, myself and I.
Oh
Menage.
yeah.
It's
I go a lot of places alone. I a and
I'm
I don't
okay.
have. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with
and then
that.
if I do a guy thing, like I get my brother Mike Berry.
Okay.
I get him when I won tickets.
Love
to,
Mike Berry.
Love Mike.
Love
I
him.
won tickets to the Browns game. So
Okay.
of course, who you want? Mike, my brother.
Yes. Oh
Duh.
wow, he is wonderful.
Duh.
He is wonderful. And then, like you said, you do have those guys that are like your brothers.
Yeah.
God gives you those. If I needed to bring a man, I could.
Right.
But
And they ain't ugly.
None of my brothers ugly.
And honey, look, I'm a witness, y'all. They ain't fine. Ain't none of
All
them
my
ugly.
brothers,
They
y'all
ain't
know what's
none
up,
of 'em.
bros. They
We don't
good looking. They good looking.
They ain't nobody ugly. We don't marry ugly people. We don't have ugly family members. Hallelujah. Hey, God. Oh, da, 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 da. Coming on a Honda, leaving on a Lexus. So, but it's
Did
good
she
to.
say Honda Lexus?
Yeah,
She
coming
said
on a Honda, leaving
coming
on
on
a
a
Lexus.
Honda Lexus.
Leaving on a Lexus. Yeah. They're not. But and that's good that we have choices.
Yes.
And I want men to also understand that don't get so consumed in grief that you think that you have to have just any old woman come to their house either.
Yeah, we don't want that.
We don't want that because sometimes men don't know how to process certain emotions, and in the fear of maybe being alone, or just think that they or some men like to take care of a lady, and so because that's what they're used to doing, and so in the need and the desire to do that again, don't get with the wrong woman.
One. Yes.
Take your time, because see, when you take your time, you will understand the difference between gold and gold plated.
I'll break it down.
Because eventually the plated is going to tarnish.
Yes.
It's not going to stand the test.
Nope.
Just like diamonds and cubic zirconia, they both look good. But to a trained eye, they can tell which one is real and which one is not. And you want authenticity, especially in your older years. We're too old to keep starting over.
We don't have time.
We're too old to deal with sabotage.
Correct.
We're too old to deal with manipulation and deception. And so take your time.
Yes.
Take
be okay
your
with
time.
time. Be okay with it. Be okay with time. Don't let time be your enemy. Let time be your friend. Sometimes you don't have it yet because it's not ready yet. And guess what? Neither are you. And so sometimes we think we're ready for things that we're not. And the truth of the matter is you don't have it yet because you're really not ready yet. And that's another thing that you have to, in your self-reflection, really be honest. Am I really ready? Have I really done all the work on myself yet? And here's another thing. If you got a divorce, and this is something I did, go back and say, now, what did I do? Don't just look at the other person. What did I do? We all play a part. I played a part. It's not just, 100% blame. What was your role in it? And you've got to come to terms with that too, so you don't repeat.
Even as a widow,
Yeah.
I had to go back and look at my marriage and look at some things because I want to be married again.
Right.
And so in order to be married, let me go back and look at some things that I could have done better even though we were married until death. I wasn't a perfect wife. He wasn't a perfect husband.
There you go.
And so I had to go back and look at some things. I remember one time we were talking and I said, but you should know this. And I said it again. And he said, you're going to quit telling me what I should and shouldn't know. He said, and it was something to do with Janae. And he said, how would I know that I had no children?
Oh, okay.
So how would I know that? We try to put our knowledge, we say common sense. Common sense is based on common knowledge of a thing. So it's not that they don't have the sense that we think they should have on a topic. It's that they had no experience with that situation to develop any knowledge concerning that situation.
Yeah.
So it's not common sense. But once he said that and I start breaking stuff down, then he was like, oh, okay, I got it.
Right.
And then he was good to go from that point on. And so I learned in going back, that thing stuck out first. And I started laughing. Okay, well, make sure you don't tell somebody
Don't do
that's
that.
coming.
Don't
Right.
do that again.
Right.
Yeah, we got to learn. We have to learn from things that we do that we think is okay, but it really isn't. And
It's really not.
It's really not. And be okay. Like, oh, okay, Danita, that wasn't cool. That was a
Right.
raggedy side of you.
So now I'm going to segue in because I do have my Shine shirt on.
Yes.
I want you to talk about Shine. We have 9 minutes left and I want to talk about Shine.
I love talking about Shine. So for those of you who don't know, I have my own nonprofit called Shine, and Shine is an acronym, and it stands for with women, S, you're special to God. H, you've been handpicked by God to do something unique. I, you will influence others to choose God by your lifestyle. N, you are needed in the kingdom of God. And E, you will excel in excellence through God. We are women who shine. So I meet with women once a month. We have a mentoring program in the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, and we're in our 5th school. We mentor 4th through 8th grade students, boys and girls, Shine Girls and Shine Brothers. Josh Cribbs is the director of our Shine Brothers and does an excellent job with the boys, along with Mr. Robinson. And then I have a team of women, used to be Victoria Davis and Charlene Nichols and Brianna Cleveland. We're with the girls. I love working with the boys and the girls because they need mentoring. Our children, it is almost, if I could tell you, a 911 emergency. It's one thing to talk about what our kids are going through on the news, but when you sit there and listen to what is really in their minds and what is in their minds before they even get to school, I am amazed that they're even learning or able to learn. We started in April of 2023, Shine Men of Integrity. Because men need to shine too, I was told. And so the men will be meeting next month, March. They're going to meet every 3 months. And we are meeting at the Good Shepherd Outreach and Resource Center.
Fabulous place.
Wonderful place owned by Bernadette Mayfield, a black woman. And she's turned this into a community center. So that's our new home for Shine. So the men and the women will meet there. So the men are meeting on March 23rd. And the theme for March is The Little Boy in Me. And Apostle Carrie A. Pope from Atlanta, Georgia, and Josh Cribbs, they lead the meeting. There's praise and worship. There's prayer. We are partners with Metro Health. So at every women's meeting and men's meeting, we address your physical body and things that help your physical body. So that's the same thing with the men. But the one thing about Shine, we are a 501c3 that donates to other nonprofits. Every single month, we give back to a charity in Northeast Ohio.
Well, tell them what you did to Collinwood High School, though.
So, Collinwood for Christmas. So, this is where my profession and my passion meet. So, I did a story on a coach at Collinwood High School, who's the track coach, Coach Stacy. And his friend told me this guy's just a great coach. He loves the kids. He always gives to the kids. So I go to the school, guys walking around. I sit down and talk to him. Okay, so you're just a great coach. Yes, I love the kids. He comes out of his pocket to pay for the kids. I heard you were in the service. Yeah, I was in the service. I got injured. I was paralyzed from the neck down. You were paralyzed from the neck down, and here you are walking around. He was in a wheelchair. Then he went into the Paralympics, became a Taekwondo coach. Then he did Taekwondo. He said, God, if you get me out this bed, I'll do your will. So he got him out the bed. I said, well, do you ever look back on your life and say, wow? He says, no. I say, I wish my son was with me because he committed suicide his senior high school. So I told him on that day, that was in May, I said, I'm going to bless you. You come to my December Shine meeting, we're going to bless you. Now, little did I know at that particular Shine meeting that they needed money for the kids to go to these different meets, indoor track meets. It costs money. And parents don't have the money. Schools don't have the money. They needed the money. Project Hope gave over $1,000 in gift cards. You gave $1,000. We had Way of Escape Ministries gave $1,000. We gave them $700 for our 7th year of ministry. And then a person at the meeting gave them $1,000. They cried walking out of there because they came there needing money. They left like in 15 minutes, more than enough to pay for the kids.
And that's what's about, the community.
That's the community coming together, the village coming together. Right. And that's because we are supposed to do that.
And that was the first Project Hope that I had been able to come to maybe 3 or 4 years.
Oh,
because I always had an obligation in ministry that I had to go to, or death in the family. It was either that. And I was out of town. So I wasn't able to. And so I came to that one, and it was the love was thick. And the Spirit of God moved through there, and that giving. It was thick.
It just was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. So that's what we do, and that's what the men are going to do. March 23rd, they give back to charities that are helping men. So we try to let the men help the men, but all men are welcome. All walks of life come. We've had homeless men there, black, white, Hispanic. It is really beautiful. So tickets just went on sale today for, our Shine meeting.
And ladies, it's men's only. Don't think that you're going to buy a ticket, because you will be turned away, because we have to learn to respect boundaries.
Yes.
And we have to learn. And let me tell y'all something else. When she says the ticket sales are done on such and such a day, stop going into her inbox. Because in a minute, she's going to start saying, I'm sorry, I can't help you. We need to learn how to respect boundaries and operate in a more excellent way. That's why some of us, some of y'all, not us, because I'm learning, some of y'all are still single, because if you can't respect boundaries in other people's positions, you can't respect your husband. Because as a submissive wife, you're supposed to lay back and let your husband handle things, but you're also supposed to know how to pour into them. And men, and sometimes the reason why you being delayed getting your woman is because you think submission means you Tarzan Tarzan and she Jane. No, baby, that means you take care of her and you let her know what her qualities are as a woman, because you show her that you appreciate those qualities that she has as a woman, and you like how she makes you feel as a man. And that was a plug.
Oh, boom. There it is. Boom.
And so it is 8:57. We have 3 more minutes. Oh, we have 2. He gonna go like this. Is he doing peace sign, y'all? Is he telling me 2 minutes?
Is he doing deuces?
Or is he doing victory? We got the victory.
We got the victory. We got the victory.
Hey,
Yes,
hey.
yes.
I want to thank you. This was a fun
This was great. And this is
conversation.
the first time I've really been open about, that part of my life. So I thank you for inviting me to talk about it, because it feels good to talk about it. And I hope I've encouraged and helped someone who's going through that and dealing with it. That's what this is all about. I went through it to share, to help you. So
Yes.
thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
And some people say, my husband taught me this, stop saying why God and start saying what God. This has happened. I'm a widow. I'm a divorcee. What next, God? What do you want me to do with this? Because this is going to help somebody else. And you going through it because you're strong enough to handle it. And I know you might not think you are, but you really are strong enough to handle it, because God will not set us up for failure. For his plans is for us to prosper, because there is an expected end. So he wants us to prosper and he wants us to do good. Weep, mourn, scream, cry, be angry, then get up.
Get up.
Then get up. This has been Conversations with Auntie and Danita Harris. I thank you.
Thank you.
I love you, but God loves you best. Stay encouraged. Get up.